one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Alderman Clyde Costu.
Here.
Alderman Brendan Franklin.
Here.
Alderman Gloria Bader.
Here.
Alderman Diane Smith.
Here.
Approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second it.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Somebody request to set that up for me? Consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance 904. Okay, I think we need a motion for a second reading.
First.
Well, I think we have that one.
Since we added to it, I think we ought to do a first and second just to
I know we,
cover.
Make a motion for first reading of ordinance number 904.
I second it.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
An ordinance amending ordinance number 832, an ordinance establishing rules and regulations for the operation of the water supply system owned by the city of Missouri, known as the owner.
Motion for second reading.
I make a motion for the second reading of bill number 904.
Second.
Second. Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
An ordinance amending ordinance number 832, an ordinance establishing rules and regulations for the operation of the water supply system owned by the city of St. Mary, Missouri, known as the owner.
Motion to adopt.
Make a motion.
Discussion, please.
Aye.
Discussion, please. Just a discussion.
Well, we should respect it on time, but we want number one. Discussion.
All right, I'm just
Well, you
clarification.
can start.
Okay, I just want to clarify for those who may be coming along later, that the $75 is what we are charged as a city to test these meters. So that is the charge that they will be paying, and that the water meter will, the water customer will receive a copy of the test results from the company who did the testing. So I just wanted to make sure that the people understand that, clarify that.
Oh, that's what the ordinance says.
But they don't get the opportunity to see.
Oh, yeah, they can, opportunity anytime they want to, they can be here. Then they can also get a copy of it. Motion to adopt.
I make a motion to adopt bill 904.
I second it.
Roll call.
Roll call vote, Alderman Bader,
Nay. Aye.
Alderman Costu,
Aye.
Alderman Smith,
Aye.
Alderman Franklin,
Aye.
I do.
I gotta catch up for everything. Tonight, I got time on the road. Okay, proclamation. Don't take board action, yeah.
Yeah. I have a proclamation. Whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. And whereas the members of the law enforcement agency of the City of St. Mary play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the City of St. Mary, and whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of the law enforcement agency, and that members of the law enforcement agency recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression. And whereas the men and women of the law enforcement agency of the City of St. Mary unceasingly provide a vital public service. Now that I, the Honorable Mayor of St. Mary, call upon all citizens of the City of St. Mary and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 11th through 17th, 2014 as Police Week, with the appropriate ceremonies and observations in which all of our people may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their community and, in doing so, have established for themselves an equitable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further upon call all citizens of the City of St. Mary to observe Thursday, May 15th, as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have been disabled in the performance of duty. And let us recognize and pay respect to the survivors of our fallen heroes. In witness thereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of St. Mary to be affixed.
Okay. Departmental reports. Fire chief, anybody here from fire department?
Well, I know they're just getting ready to schedule a barbecue and we're getting ready to put that pumpkin catcher, that, what was the brand or what, on that truck. And the men themselves are gonna install it.
That it? You got anything with
No, I know that part.
Police department,
Police department has no report.
Jordan? Park and thing day?
I don't have anything to report on the park. I know that the guys were gonna go down there and do some mowing and some cleaning. But I went up to the cemetery and there's a lot of limbs down up there. I would like to try to get some people together sometime, maybe before the guys go out there and start mowing and try to get a bunch of those limbs and stuff picked up, because some of them were pretty bad. So if I can get anybody to volunteer to help me on Saturday, go up there and help clean it up, I would appreciate it.
I don't think that was a volunteer, that was an order.
Well, he knows he's gonna volunteer, kind of.
What about the one behind? Oh, he's not over there.
No, he moved.
He's hiding.
If I'm here, I'll help. Of course, I can make sure I'm gone.
Well, I'll just spring it on you that morning.
Okay.
Curtis is here now. Curtis is here.
You got any more else to add on fire department?
I don't know when they're gonna mow. I'm
Not
gonna check
other than we're gonna try to have a
see what they
barbecue on the
say.
27th. And we had 5 calls this month.
Fire call,
Yes.
out of town.
No, in town, EMS.
You still got no more than that,
Not really.
street department.
Don't have a whole lot. We're cleaning ditches out. We're making ditches, working on some of the roads. We've got a lot of that. We've looked over to, it's just really, really good. No one's ever right.
Let me ask you, we talked about it in the work session, but what is the next step for Mrs. Shear's issue? I know you talked about it. But is there anything we can do? We need to let her know what's being done, because
Hold on,
she's
hold on
been.
a second. I'm working on that. I was up there during the rain.
Mhm.
Now, I'm getting a story from her, a different ditch and everything. She called me and the water going through the garage and everything. And I told her I'd check it out. Well, Monday, the day we got all the rain, whatever day we got all the rain, no water going nowhere near her place. It was. Now, I'm not saying she knows that's water, I don't know. But it was cutting across the trailer behind her, going right through his yard, down to this, and into my garage.
There is.
And there's a solution to what was going on there. But there is no water, or was no water that day, and it was bad rain. I went there twice. Took Clyde up there that day, the next day, wasn't it? And we got solutions figured out for what I'm seeing. Now, I don't know what happened when she said water went through her garage, because it don't show it. But
It does show that, I've seen the water up to her back door. Not the water, but the tracks and mud.
not from the ditch she talked to me about. It might be a ditch. I ain't got my ditch in front of her house.
No, we're talking about from the
Or
back.
it's not coming to
Well,
her.
I
It's not
think
coming to her.
she has requested this, she's had several of us look at it.
We're working on it, and it's gonna be done. I can only say now that Clyde's gonna take care of it. I'm through. I showed him what I found. I was there when the water was coming. We had a pretty good rain that day. Now, there is this thing as rain that I don't care what you do, it's gonna get in garages, it's gonna get in basements, it's gonna get everything. You can't stop that. You can't build a ditch. You can't do nothing. It just can't happen. I'm talking to you and you're talking to me.
I was actually talking-
I'm gonna put it outside hands right now. Tonight, I'm still mayor. It's in my hands. Now, after I hand this gavel to her, it'll be in Lincoln. But right now, it's in my hands. And me and Clyde has come to a solution, and if he wants to get with, what's her name,
I'm not gonna.
you don't have to.
I told you what I was gonna do. We'll see how that
What
works.
we need to let her know, so she knows something is going on, and then the rocks in the ditch in front of her house.
When did I see her all in there?
The evidence will be there in a few days. The evidence of what's gonna happen will be there in a few days. Yes, she'll see what.
It is our responsibility to represent our
No,
residents.
not necessarily.
That's fine. Represent. I have a responsibility, I'm taking care of my responsibility. I will tell that lady. You understand it?
Yes.
It's her time to tell me.
You don't have to be
And then,
smart
I
about it.
just did, well, you must be,
It's his ward, not yours.
No, it isn't.
No, it's only his ward, but he's over 300, it don't mean we give it on ward where that goes. But the problem that I'm saying, it's not her problem. I showed it to you. You see where the mud went across the road? It was 30 yards from her house. Now, I can't say that there was a rain one day that it didn't get there. Because I get water in my garage a lot. Them used to get it in his all the time. And I'm sure that still, if we get the right kind of rain, he'll get it again. We took care of a lot of it. And we'll try to take care of her problem. But I was out in the rain twice that day. Once on my tractor. And I sat there and watched it. And I know what I think. Now, you say you seen it. Maybe you got out in the rain and looked at it like I did. I walked around in the rain, stepping everywhere. But I turned it over to Clyde.
shoot, I told her 2 days ago, over the milk here. I did, I told her. I said, go over here, and I told her exactly what we were gonna do.
They're the only street folks.
And I was gonna do that.
Water and sewer.
Nothing to report.
Animal control.
Officer Becker, did you have any
None that I
ordinance
can,
violations?
none that I can recall.
Thank you.
Emergency management.
I went to a CARE meeting, which is emergency planners. They're working on a new communication system between the Cambridge District, firehouses and things. We're also working on getting the equipment to do the ID badges, which reads barcodes, which the new ones are called QRs, getting everybody, what their credentials are on that. They had a fire chiefs meeting the day before. American Red Cross was there, and I got the contact information. I guess Bloomfield Fire Department had an incident where 9 families were displaced. They called the Red Cross, did not get a response very quickly, so the Bloomfield Fire Department had to pay Microtel to house them. Red Cross showed up and gave us their 24-hour emergency contact information, and I've got that as well. And that's it.
Mr. Woods, I had, Mr. Floyd Adams was requesting sand bags. You know, we're not there yet because, but if the water gets as bad as it's going to be, because last year he did not think he needed them in water bad in his basement. This year he would like to have that. So if your emergency management, how do you handle that?
We've got a mountain of sand bags in the garage there.
That tons of things like we had last year.
Well, I know, and he said last year he didn't think he'd need them, but then he found water in his basement, so this year he
Then
wants to have them.
sandbags would have kept the water out of the basement because it's got to be up, we can only sandbag above ground. And the water getting in his basement, the underground people, the water was not running. But we have sand, that's my job right now, still that emergency management, I'm part of it. And we have had sandbags forever, but we didn't have any sand. We had bags, but we know when we get sand on it, a few minutes notice. Okay. Citizen participation. So this will be the end of my meeting, and I'm supposed to run the whole meeting. None? Okay. Okay, now it's my time to say farewell. I got a few things to say to the elected officers, and the ones in, the ones staying in, the ones going out, and the ones need to go out. People think that elections are a joke sometimes, and being the mayor is a thankless job. But it's so easy to condemn what we do here and not know what's going on, and listen to half lies and half truth. And it's so easy to vote no for everything. I've seen one guy lose 2 elections vote no on everything, and not explain why, but all you gotta say is that I didn't vote for it. But there's some things that citizens don't like, but has to be passed. And it's your job to are elected, all the aldermen and the mayor, to make decisions that has to be made for the good and welfare of the city, even though it's very unpopular. We have to vote for water rates from time to time. It's easy to vote no and say, I didn't do it. But the law says we have to. But we got people who vote no because it sounds good. If you ain't got the nerve to do what's got to be done, you're going to live to be an alderman. I don't care who you are. Sometimes you got to make decisions that most of the people ain't going to like. But due to the laws and the economics and things, that it has to be done. And it's not happening on this board in all cases. If they know, then don't say why. Or if you find one little bitty thing wrong out of 12 things and don't say a word and vote no, you take an easy route out. I didn't do it. I don't have an answer for it. If it's good, nobody says the game is bad, I didn't vote for it. That's the sorriest thing I ever seen out of anybody. If you don't want to be an alderman, you shouldn't be one. And if you want to be one, you should do the job to the fullest, or mayor, to the fullest extent of your ability. And you're going to make people mad. But this board needs to get together, work together, and we just had a vote no on this consent agenda. I've been putting up with that for 2 years, 4 years. No excuse, every once in a while reading it. Well, there was a little bitty mistake there when they make it. All I had to do was get with David beforehand and correct it, and if he took care of it. If it was a mistake, we don't know if it was a mistake. You tell us it's a little bitty mistake, that's your opinion, whoever was there. That don't mean it was, but David did a chance to correct it out. We got the recording there. So, it's just the card's way out. You have to have the nerve to do what's right if you're going to serve your city. And I've seen, I don't care, I'll call names. Frank voted no on everything he does. You're following right in the same suit with him. You got a chance to go different. Because there's one more election coming up and there ain't going to be no difference the way things are going. You got to represent these people for what's good for them. That said, I got no more to say on it. I just hope you all work together, you take your office, and do your job to the best of your ability to represent the city, not your friends or your neighbor, or especially yourself. If you do something that represents yourself, the law will take care of that. That's illegal. But if you take care of your friends and then you can work that through the law. It should be good for the city. That doesn't mean you'd all agree with it. But it should weigh out all the things and not ram it down somebody's throat and not let it get talk about it. That's all I got to say. Now I can see here we got a presentation of the award.
City of St. Louis, I'd like to present the Honorable Carlton E. Wyatt for his dedication and support of 17 years worth of outstanding public service.
17 years. I've been doing 2 years live, I'm saying 19.
I like that.
It feels like 40. I will say, I will. But I do like to want to thank my wife who has put up with the several things. You don't realize how many times we've had to change our vacation trip, how many times we've had to come back early, and the things we've had to do the job that I took on to do. And it's all going to do the same thing, especially when, because you'll have meetings and things that it's going to be put on her working, she's just going, but work with the mayor. Well, I've been there. But my wife has put up with a lot of phone calls, and I don't get too many phone calls, but I've been had to cancel a lot of things we wanted to do and couldn't do because of it. But I've enjoyed it. I can't say the last 2 years have been the greatest I would have, but I enjoyed them too. But things are starting to look better. I think the people of this town are starting to wake up and see what's going on, and I think they're going to be putting good people in and show it this time, and I think they'll do it more than that. If you guys operate good. Thank you.
The Chamber of Commerce, we're presenting this plaque to Carl White, the mayor. We got photos here of the accomplishments he has done. He's told us, firemen, if there's any way we can have a new farmhouse, and we got it, and it's paid for. That is an accomplishment by itself. And secure the water system and stuff. You've always worked with the chamber, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Make sure I got
There you can. Got it?
I would be remiss if I didn't say one more thing. And I would like to get a picture with her. If it wasn't for Joanne, these things here wouldn't have been accomplished. I mean, she was a jewel to work with. Without, I got a lot of things accomplished. I got credit for it. The boat ramp and things like that. I just talked to her about it. She takes it around. I would like to get a picture with you with this. These two boys. Yes. Come on.
Yeah, building now.
It's very fun, you know, great.
All right. There we go. All right. Yeah.
Killed that thing and hitting it. I don't have
The layer.
Yeah, sure. A little bit more.
You want to turn this side down?
I was gonna say, when I'm just floating
I
around.
was gonna say either that or move the camera a little bit different, sometimes it'll do.
Got it?
It's got the perfect.
Thank you. And right feet. I feel good with the replacement we got for you. He's going to do one heck of a job.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier leaving knowing that they got good guidance there. Okay, we got a candidate election.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, confirm the results of the election. Brenda Franklin wound up with 80 votes. In the mayoral race, Frank Gerardo wound up with 54 votes. So, you are the clear winner of that. In Ward 1, Alderman Clyde Kasu defeated Roger Odom by a vote of 31 to 21. Congratulations, you won that election. In Ward 2, Dennis Bovee defeated Danny Boyette by a vote of 52 to 28. So congratulations, you are representative of Ward 2. And Gloria Bader won Ward 1 for 1 year.
I got as many votes as anybody else, and I didn't have nobody.
You won by the biggest majority.
All right, I think the board had to make a motion to approve.
Oh,
Hang on, right, you doing? You'd have to make a motion to approve the clerk, county clerk.
I'll make a motion to
Do it. Do it.
what he said.
Motion made to accept the tally on the election.
I'll second.
Motion made, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, swearing in the new election. Okay.
all right. I mean,
Yep, you got to be sworn in. Yeah, I'll do it. All four. Yeah, don't look at me turn for the newspaper can get you, don't worry about me, turn your back to me. Oh. All right, I'm just the next mayor.
We can do that.
You guys can stand in front, me and Brenda.
The women in front.
Well, in front, come on, we're taller, I think.
I'll
I
stand
was
behind
gonna say,
Brenda.
this year,
I'll stand behind Brenda.
all right, everybody raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brenda, I, Maria Baker.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri,
Do solemnly support the
Where I will support.
the provision of all laws of this state
The provision
Mission of the laws of this state,
affecting cities of this class
affecting cities of this class,
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinance of the city,
that I possess the qualifications required for such office
that I possess the qualifications for such office
as specified in the laws of the state of Missouri,
as specified in the laws of the state of Missouri,
and that I will demean myself faithfully in said office.
and I will demean myself faithfully in said office.
You said it, but.
You got her.
No, I didn't.
You will take my name.
Tried locking the door, it's not gonna work, she starts banging on me. Next neighbor start talking.
So you gotta put one on car, right?
Okay, new mayor address board and aldermen. First thing I want to do is thank everybody that voted for me, for the confidence. I want everybody to know that I'm willing to work with you. I have a few changes I want to make, but, we'll work on that. I just hope we can all get along and do what we need to do for what's best for the city of St. Mary's. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks, Paul.
No problem.
Okay. Do any of you guys want to address, have anything to say?
Well, then I've got to say that we do a lot of things, trying to get things done the right way.
Dennis?
I'd like to thank the citizens of St. Mary for their vote of confidence in me to do the job that they elected me to do, and I will not fail.
Lori, you have anything you want to say?
I'll work as hard as I can for the city. This is my home, has been for a long time, and I'll do my best part.
Okay, I am, we're gonna do some the appointments. Clyde, we're gonna leave you on the streets since that's what you've been doing. Dennis, you know you're gonna be doing the water and the sewer. Gloria, how about the fire and police?
Okay.
And Diana, we're gonna put you over the park and the cemetery.
I decline, as I did before.
That's, you're right. So if you want to decline, I guess, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about the park and the cemetery.
I'm here every day, day in, day out. I'll take over the park and stuff, I volunteer for it.
Okay. So Diane, I guess that puts you over animal control. So basically, you don't want to do anything.
It's not that I don't, I will do things. There is things that I would be very glad to do, and I said that before, and we can discuss that if you would like. But animal control is a law enforcement issue, not something an alderman, and none of these aldermen have to take these jobs. If you had done your research with the municipal league, they have told that. That's why I am confident that I can decline it, because municipal league said it's not something that they have, that we as aldermen have to do. We choose to do it, fine, but we don't have to.
Well,
And that dog control, they all come to my place anyway, so, and I do, I can go on there. Every day I look out, there's one I'm talking about.
And anymore, I won't get up to go to the county to get it.
I know, that's straight on home. I usually don't
okay,
go.
we need to move on. The election of the board president. Does somebody want to make a motion? Who?
I make a motion that Clyde, because he's been there long, it's true.
Somebody, we gotta make a nomination, that's all.
I did. Clyde.
It's all right with me.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, well, you're still here. Okay, now we need to reaffirm David as city clerk. So I need somebody to make a motion.
Make a motion to affirm, David Wilson be city clerk.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Resolution for banking signature card. We need somebody that can sign the checks that's here during the day. So I need a motion for, do I need to do that? A motion?
This does take a motion.
Okay.
Make a motion, then, be here all the time.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And if there's nothing else, I need a motion. to
Adjourn.
close. Second?
Second.
Okay. We're done.
You got a vote?
Oh.
Well, she's in a hurry, ain't she?
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? Okay, now we're done.